In this video, I'm gonna talk about all the things that make Buzz and Jessie's relationship in the Toy Story series so great. They have an amazing dynamic because they come from completely different backgrounds and have gone through very different struggles in their lives, which makes the connection between them even more interesting. Buzz's biggest struggle begins in the first movie when he discovers that everything he believed about himself is wrong.
For the first time, I am thinking clearly. You were right all along. I'm not a space ranger. I'm just a toy, a stupid, little, insignificant toy.
He genuinely thought he was a real space ranger on an important mission, so finding out that he is actually a toy completely shatters his worldview. The realization leaves him devastated, confused, and depressed because the identity he built his entire life around suddenly disappears. Throughout the film, Buzz has to learn to accept who he really is. He comes to understand that his value doesn't come from being a space ranger. What makes him important is who he is as a person and the positive impact he has on the people around him. By the end of his journey, he overcomes that identity crisis and accepts himself for who he truly is. Jessie's story is different, and in many ways it's even more heartbreaking. Unlike Buzz, her struggle isn't about identity, it's about abandonment and loss. Jessie once had an owner named Emily who loved her deeply, and Jessie loved her just as much.
She was my whole world.
For years they shared a strong bond and countless happy memories together. But as Emily got older, she gradually stopped playing with her. Jessie spent a long time lying under the bed, hoping that one day Emily would come back and play with her again. She kept waiting and holding on to that hope because she couldn't imagine being left behind. Then came the moment she feared the most. When Emily finally picked her up again, it wasn't because she wanted to play with her, it was because she had decided to give her away. For Jessie, that was absolutely heartbreaking. The person she cared about most had moved on, and there was nothing she could do about it. After that, she spent a long time trapped inside boxes, sitting alone in the dark. That experience had a huge impact on her and eventually led to her claustrophobia. Being confined inside boxes reminds her of one of the most painful periods of her life, which is why she struggles so much with it. More than anything, Jessie develops a deep fear of being abandoned again, and that fear continues to affect many of her decisions throughout the series. The moment these two interact, their dynamic is already interesting because they have completely different personalities.
Ma'am, well, I just want to say you're a bright young woman with a beautiful yarn full of hair. A hair full of yarn. It's, I must go.
Well, aren't you the sweetest space toy I ever met?
That contrast immediately makes their interactions fun to watch because they're approaching each other from very different perspectives. As the films continue, we get to watch that relationship slowly grow. It isn't one of the most heavily focused relationships in the franchise, but there is definitely development there. Over time, Buzz and Jessie become increasingly protective of each other, and you can see how much trust they build. Whenever one of them is in trouble, the other is willing to step up and help without hesitation.
Buzz, you okay? Buzz! Buzz!
Their relationship is so underrated. It doesn't receive as much attention as some of the other relationships in the series, so it's easy to overlook how much it actually develops across the films. The growth is there, just in a more subtle way.